My name is Kate, and today we are going to do the day 18 of 30 days nursery rhyme challenge. The key idea of this challenge is that we are going to cover a lot of nursery rhymes that should become part of your everyday repertoire of nursery rhymes for early childhood teachers, early childhood educators, early childhood trainers, parents, and children as well. So for anyone who is working with children, whether it's in the library, playgroup, you may need to sing to children, and I thought that this might be a good idea to do this challenge. The second part of this challenge is that I'm playing ukulele. So this is a baritone. That's the lowest timbre of the ukulele family. Very close to the guitar. It's got 4 strings, which is easier to pick, easier to play, easier to learn, and it's got very beautiful deep sound. So I'm playing Kala baritone, but you can buy any ukulele you like and learn to play it really easily, probably within few months. Okay, so today's song is related to some noble person. I'm just gonna read it out for you and try to guess who this person is, all right? So I'm gonna just point at my ukulele. So this was Richard, who was this person. And one theory suggests that the rhyme refers to Richard, who was of in 1411, 1460. He was a leading figure in the Wars of the Roses in England. According to this theory, this rhyme satirizes Richard's military strategies and suggests his inability to make effective decisions on the battlefield. So that's one of the theories. It could be really uncertain who this song is related to, but obviously it is English and it's related to English history. It's quite possible that it is a fictional character. There you go. So we don't really know who this person was. Now, I'm gonna sing the song as before. Just gonna let you see my ukulele chords. Okay? And me as well. So I'm gonna sing the whole song and then I'm gonna unpack the chords for you, and then we're gonna talk about extensions, potential extensions in terms of learning and what you can do to engage children during singing. All right? It's quite a dynamic song. Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. And when they're up, they're up. And when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. And when they're up, they're up. And when they're down, they're down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. There you go. So it's quite dynamic, interesting song. The Grand Old Duke of York. So my first go-to with this song is that it's really easy to remember. It's got repetitive parts. It might be a little bit hard for some children to pronounce, but that's why you as a teacher play a leading role. The other thing that I like about this song is that you can actually use it as an action song, meaning that you can perform actions. And here are the actions for this song. So you can do it either sitting down or walking and leading the group. So this is an example. So you need to salute, maybe salute this way. Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men, so we show 10. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. And then when they're up, you are standing up, and when they're down, you're crouching down, and when they're only halfway, they're only halfway up, they're neither up nor down. So you kind of in between and bouncing in between. So that's an action song. The best way to perform it with children is, of course, through rhythm instruments, which I'm going to talk about later. But today we are going to learn the chords. So they're very, very simple. So we have 3 chords. You already know G, G, yeah? And then we need D7, which is also quite popular chord for children's songs. Then we need back to G, and then we need C. And then G, D7, G. So pretty much like that. So then we start with the first line, or the Grand Old Duke of York. And we are playing G chord here. Oh, you can tap and help yourself. Oh, the Grand Old Duke of York. Then here, D7, had 10,000 men. And then back to G. He marched them up to then changing to C, top of the hill, and then G, marched them down. D7, G again. And when they're up, they were up. And then D7, then when they were down, they were down. And then back to G. And when they were only C, halfway up, they were G, neither D, up, no, down. And again, so as I was saying before, strumming may be a little bit difficult to do like that. So if you play it really fast, because this is how the song goes. So it's an interesting rhythm as well. So what I like about this song, that you can really learn the rhythm with children and pay attention to music theory. So nursery rhymes are not only for learning language, which is plenty in here. It's not about positional words such as up, down, halfway up, neither up nor down, so which are really great concepts to introduce. What I really like about this one is pretty much musical value. Yes, so and let's try it again, but slowly. Now we're gonna use down up strumming. Oh, the Grand Old Duke of York. D7, he had 10,000 men. Back to G, he marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when they're up, changing to D7, and when they're down, they were down. And then changing to G, and then when they were only then C, halfway up, they were G, neither D7, up, no, down, G. So that's the song that is in G major. Okay? So once more, sing with me to learn the words. So this will be an easy one. It only has one verse. Ready? Oh, the Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when they were up, they were up. And when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. So you see, I created a little bit more rhythmical playing here to highlight that it is a military march. So this is the Duke of York. So now I was talking about percussion instruments. So this one is perfect for rhythm sticks or claves. So if you don't have rhythm sticks, which have this beautiful sound and very, very good for this song, it just asks to be played with children, and it does. require you either to play in a circle and then go outside and play outside while marching. Yes, so it's really great military march. And the march as a musical type as well is very important, I guess, important knowledge to introduce to children, so that there are different types of songs, different types of dancing, different types of music. So that would be exposure to, again, lullabies, let's say, exposure to marches, etc. Waltzes as well, such as Waltz and Matilda, which I have on my channel as well. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna tap like this, and what is important to pay attention to, they're just tapping for the first time, right? It's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when they're up, they're up. And when they're down, they're down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. So I was doing this steady rhythm, which you need to teach children to do. And it's important to introduce it early, because it's pretty hard to be steady when you play with rhythm sticks. And it's also quite basic, yeah? So you just model this just steady rhythm. And they tap, tap, tap the sticks like that. And they're very, very beautiful claves or rhythm sticks. To continue learning, let's say you sing this song next time when you are with your preschoolers or the group of children, then you can introduce something more difficult, which we call ti-ti-ta, 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 ti-ti-ta. So that's to introduce this complexity to music and be more in line with this song. Oh, the grand old Duke of York. Yes, so because that's how it goes. Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when they were up, they were up. And when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. It's pretty difficult as well. As you can see, definitely gonna be impossible for most of preschoolers, but you also will identify children who have very good sense of rhythm, future drummers, and they will be also more musical. But even if they are not, it's not a big deal, because this supports speech, this supports language, this supports just general knowledge. And of course, it does support coordination and musical, well, in the musical sense, musical intelligence, if you think about Howard Gardner. So ti-ti-ta, ti-ti-ta is a little bit harder than just tap, 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 tap. So now you can divide them in groups, and one group will be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, and you will keep singing. Let's say you will keep singing. Sorry, my phone is going crazy here. Try to, because it's got turned off. Yeah, but it's gonna be a bit on the side. All right, so it's yeah, I'll try to turn it on again. Need to charge it. No, it's not going to work, so wait. This way. Okay, so it's a little bit tilted. It's okay. Yeah, as I was saying, one group will be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, while you as a teacher and the other group can do this ti-ti-ta, 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 and this can be like big fun, because it would create very rich, interesting, noisy rhythm, and you can practice with children. Also, you can introduce a little bit more complex rhythm with this song. For example, instead of ti-ti-ta, ti-ti-ta, you can do ta, ti-ti-ta, ti-ti-ta, ti-ti-ta. Oh, the grand old Duke of York, He had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. So this is emphasis, yeah, or stress. And when they're up, they're up. And when they're down, they're down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. Yep, so that's clavis and rhythm sticks, and that's perfect for this marching and doing all Grand Duke of York. If you don't have the sticks, don't worry. Anything will work for this meta, such as these spoons from the kitchen. Yeah, they're not real spoons from the kitchen, but you can get any spoons from the kitchen that are wooden, and when they tap together, they create this sound. So these spoons are really beautiful. They're musical spoons, and you've probably seen people on YouTube or TikTok playing them. They are really cool. They create very different sound, but if you play them as an ordinary clavis or tapping sticks, they will also be perfect for the Grand Old Duke of York. So let's try. Oh, the Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. And when they were up, they were up. And when they were down, when they were down, and when they were only halfway up, they were neither up or down. So very loud but noisy. Children love those ones. They are the musical spoons. And any sticks, you know, if you can tap them. In Australia, we have Aboriginal Australians they're using what are the clapping sticks? Clapping sticks, they're made of very cool wood, and you can get it as well. Some extensions or related songs. So apart from this action outside when you are marching and you are the leader and children are following the leader, you can do hill rolling because it's all about the hill. Rolling in the tire as well, very good activity. You can just practice marching together, which is follow the leader game around the yard and doing some obstacles. So obstacle course would be a great extension of this Grand Old Duke of York. And then you can also start implementing STEM. So STEM activities are really great for this case because children can learn about up, down, so positional words, but also what is halfway. So giving them, let's say, measuring tape or any kind of devices to measure your yard might be really good for math and science. Yes, so and that's really great. You also can do very simple introduction of big numbers. So in this song we have 10,000 men, right? So 10 and 10,000 sound similar, but they are not the same numbers. So you need to show children different numbers. And if you watch one of my videos from before, it's not super popular, I can post in the link below. It's about the number line. So that's the best way to introduce the different numbers that they are growing. So my line that I'm showing in this video, that it is growing like this. And children can pretty much see visibly that it's more and more things in there, right? So one, only one object, yeah, two is two, etc. So it's very visual line, and making something like that with numbers showing how big they are, and obviously you wouldn't be able to show them 10,000 on this line, but then you can show them what 10,000 I don't know, feathers look like, 10,000 shells. So this is all Google iPads, or just print it out and show them different objects. Let's say what 10 objects versus 10,000 objects. Very simple way to introduce big numbers. For example, I had a child, he was very interested in numbers and math, and he was only 4. So almost 5, but still quite young. So I had the stickers, and they were from Resource Rescue, a place where I buy like all these rolls of stickers. And he really liked putting them in order, like, and he learned that there is 10, so he knew how to write 10 with 1 and 0 sticker. And then he asked me, making 100, what is that? And then he made 100. And then I showed him 1,000, 10,000. He was fascinated by these numbers. So all day he was making like different numbers, and we called it Big Numbers Book of Malachi. Yeah, so this was a really cool activity, I would say, learning experience, and it was in line with child's interests, and also was great support for his math, interest in math and interest in big numbers. So you never know, right? So any song can get extensions. Here we have obviously literacy learning, big body movement, physical development, and we have rhythm, music, and we have extension with tapping sticks, and we have follow the leader game. So this is the Grand Old Duke of York. Don't dismiss this yet. This nursery rhyme is still relevant. The way you introduce it is important. Keep playing ukulele, yes, because that's your best friend in the classroom. Very portable, easy to learn, and much easier to bring to the classroom than upright piano. Oh, a set of drums, very noisy. Thank you for watching me today, and tomorrow is day 20 of Nursery Rhyme Challenge, and I will come up with a new nursery rhyme and new activities. Bye for now.